Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm SmashSquad Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Raid Shadow Legends, I want to talk about what you do with duplicate champions, because now that I pulled all my ancient shards, I emptied out my 401k. They're gone. I had a lot of duplicates, and I was like, okay, so what am I doing with these? So let's talk about the 3 things you're going to do with duplicates in Raid Shadow Legends. By the way, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, my videos here are designed to help you get value and smash your enemies, and they're oriented towards newer players to the game. And if you use my download link down below in the description, you get the literal best start possible in the game with a free legendary champ off rip, and also a bunch of other champs as you level up your account. And also I've listed some codes to get you more free legendary champs. So use my link down below in the description. Thank you for using that sponsored link to directly support my channel. Okay, now, what are we doing with duplicate champions, SmashSquad? Well, you have a couple options. The worst of those options, by the way, is to take them to the tavern and basically use them as chickens. Using them as chickens is almost certainly not what you're going to do. It's not what I did, probably not what you're going to do. But for the sake of posterity and completeness, it's a thing you could do. Not what we're doing, all right? With our duplicate champions, one of the places we go to look at is the good old Guardian Ring, and it's the Faction Guardians. Faction Guardians is a really cool feature. When you get duplicates of a champ, you get buffs for that rarity of champion. So rare Bannerlord Guardians, these are enhancing the stats, I believe, of my rare champions. This is enhancing the stats of my epic Bannerlord champions. This is my legendary Bannerlord champions. And you have to go from left to right. So to give you a more clear example of that, get a look here at the Skinwalkers. You can see once I did this first one, putting these guardians in, it unlocked the next spot. And after I had those guys in, you just put a duplicate in, right? A pairing. I could put these guys in, and now it opened up this spot. So the spots open up from left to right. All right. So Faction Guardians is a pretty solid way to go in. You use your duplicates. You could always recover them to do other things if you like later. It's no permanent loss. My dwarves. Woo, baby. We got the epics up in here, right? This is a thing that you can use your duplicate champs for, right? But there's more. Because there is another way to use duplicate champions, and that is champion empowerment. Now, I didn't know a lot about champion empowerment until this playthrough that I did in Raid Shadow Legends, all right? And basically, you can empower a champ up to 4 times to greatly improve their stats. And there's more details on this screen we can cover in just a minute, but big picture, a mythical or legendary can be empowered up to 4 times. An epic can also be empowered up to 4 times, although the stats you gain for each empowerment are different. So you can see for a level 1 empowerment, you get HP, attack, defense, accuracy, and resistance. For a level 2 empowerment, you get all those things and speed and crit damage. So you get the level 1 bonuses and the level 2 bonuses. At level 3, you get these bonuses added on top. At level 4, you get these bonuses added on top. So in total, guys, 40% hit points, 40% attack, 40% defense, 40% accuracy, resistance, 10 speed, 15% crit damage, 5% crit rate, just for epics is a big deal. Obviously for mythical and legendaries, this is a big deal too, but like, guys, that's just like not a thing that I have duplicates of, so I'm not there yet. One day, chat. This is the aspirational section of the game for me. I'm just happy I got Newt, and I'm still figuring out exactly where I'm going to use him. I don't have duplicates of him. Okay, so I went in and I did some empowerment, because when you empower, you are actually sacrificing a champion. But the upside is, as we talked about, extremely meaningful. So you can see here that I did 2 empowerments on Relic Keeper, and I can get more Relic Keepers kind of whenever I want. I can fuse more Relic Keepers. So if I put him to the collection, right, we get a look at the total stats. You can see everything I'm getting from empowerment, which is pretty cool. So I like that the stats section, for whatever it's worth, is showing me what I'm getting from all of the different ways in which I get stats. So here's the base stats. The artifacts are kind of behind my body here. The affinity bonuses, the classic arena bonuses, the masteries, the faction guardians, which we were showing you earlier for duplicates. And you can see that for this hero, getting the empowerment was pretty meaningful. Yeah, this is a pretty healthy boost here to what this one champion can do. Now this is a +2. You see the +2 shows up right over here, okay, or right over here. Yes, +2. Okay. If I put this back to the back to the vault. To the master vault. You can see I also did this over here with this champion. And I think I've got one more somewhere. I can't be the only one who forgets where they put their champions, but you get the idea. So I did a bunch of summons. I got some small amount of duplicates to the extent that I thought, okay, I'm going to do some empowerment. Now, should I have waited and done more faction guardians first? Maybe. Maybe the faction guardians should have been the prio. But this to me feels like a fine choice to have made. I don't know. Call me crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But if it was a mistake, which I don't think it is, I'm here to face check them so you don't have to. So consider subscribing. We've got a group start that's going to happen middle of February. That's going to be linked down below in my Discord server. So join my Raid Shadow Legends Discord. I do hope to see you in there. And we're going to have a new clan that fires up. This thing is for sure going to fill up the new clan. We've got an experienced Raid Shadow Legends player that's going to help lead that. I'm hyped to have their support. They're also going to be active in the Discord server I linked down below. So in the coming week or two, we're going to talk a lot for that start group. If you want, you can just start today though and still join that clan. But for people that are looking to have like the exact same start day sort of experience, we're going to work out all those details and make that happen too, which should be pretty fun. So consider subscribing so you don't miss out on those sorts of opportunities. Throw a like on the vid if you enjoyed this one. Obviously, it supports the channel a ton. And thank you again for using my download link if you're playing Raid Shadow Legends, or if you're inviting a friend, have them use my link for the actual best start possible. Thanks again to the makers of the game for sponsoring the vid, and until next time, you have fun, smash your enemies, and leave a comment down below with how you prioritize your duplicate champions.